everybody. Welcome back to What You Don't See, the podcast. As I'm sure you all are noticing, we're sitting in front of some beautiful artwork made by a local artist. Her name is Joanna. These are all for sale. They're so cool, feminine energy, strong energy. If you're interested in buying them, let us know, DM us, and we will put you in contact with Joanna.
Galindo.
Joanna Galindo. Yes. Thank you, Sarah. Another thing that you may have noticed is there's a guy here. Let's address the elephant in the room. There's a guy sitting with us because we are a women-centered podcast, but today we wanted to bring a male perspective into the room. So we have the owner of Vintage Hot and Cold Brew. Yes. Vintage Hot and Cold Brew. He's located in Weslaco. And everybody bring up your coffee.
Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers. This is what we're all drinking today. It is delicious. Make sure you stop by Vintage the next time you are in Weslaco.
He does gift cards too.
Oh, and you can do gift cards for friends, family, your business, your staff, any of that. So Eli's going to share a man's perspective with us today because we have been covering a lot of women-centered topics like our appearance, what we go through as women.
Sex trafficking.
like cheating. Harassment, cheating, like all of these things without like a guy to like interject and say, hey, wait a minute, like let me give my perspective too. So Eli's purpose here today is to do that. So one of the things that we've talked about a lot is that a lot of women's self-worth is based on like our appearance, because I think society has taught us for a long time that our appearance,
all the magazines,
like everything, like if you're not attractive, like you're never gonna find a man. We're taught that as like young girls.
And
you know
that's
what
all
I mean?
that matters, not the kindness, not the goodness,
right.
not anything else.
And that, yeah. So
if
Eli,
you're put together.
From a man's perspective, what do you think of that? Is that true?
To some extent. I mean, I do know that, we do look at women that we think we are compatible with. You know, we also have a self-esteem that we need to maintain and provide that a woman may look for.
Yeah.
So at the same time, men also look for a woman that, not one, are we compatible with them?
Okay.
Two, but do we look good together? You know, are we gonna
you
be?
Look at that. I never thought about that.
You say chemistry.
We do. Is there a chemistry
right?
match? One another. And
Attraction.
So that is one thing that I can say.
Is it the most important thing?
No, it's not the most important thing. But
What
it's
is
one
it?
thing we
What-
do.
what
look
What is
at.
it that you're the most
Yeah.
attracted to from
what
a
attracts
woman?
you?
Yeah.
The one thing I look for, and again, I can probably not speak for all men, but
Right.
for me and some men, is are we compatible? Can we hold the conversation when we go on the first date? And to us, it's always the first date. Can we hold the conversation, and do we get along? Do we have maybe the same ideas or
To
perspective?
you, it would be more like a mindful attraction rather than a physical attraction first, or what do you?
It's both.
It's
Eli.
both
It's
at the
both.
same time.
It's both.
You have to be attracted to her before
both.
you even take her on a date.
Yes,
Am
absolutely,
I right?
absolutely.
Am I right?
So
Okay.
first
Absolutely.
attraction.
So the
And-
first one is physical attraction.
Physical
compatibility.
compatibility.
And then it's compatible.
I agree with
Are
that
your buddies the
100%.
same way? Like all the guys? We just from a guy's perspective.
Yes, I would say the majority of us.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
and the majority is
Physical
not all,
attraction.
but could be almost all. But
They look for
and
boobs,
Magda's
they
my
look at eyes, like,
we
what
do.
are
I
they
mean,
looking at?
Magda is my best friend. She's been my best friend for years.
Yeah,
so
I've heard about you for
You know, we've gone out and there's sometimes she has a group of friends and I don't know if they're single or not. But one thing is, men, like I look at the wedding ring finger. Are they married? Are they not? Sometimes women don't wear their wedding ring, and yet we don't mean to disrespect the husband, but if we happen to approach the woman and at the bar and try and get a conversation going, hey, may I buy you a drink? Oh, well, I'm waiting for my husband. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were married. I didn't see a wedding ring on you. But there's many times when I have asked Magda, like,
Hey, is she
single? Yes. There you go. It's like the words I don't know. Is she single? Okay. Is she dating anybody? What's going on? So we kind of start asking questions to think, or maybe to ourselves, or could we be compatible? Because just like women, they're looking for somebody that's compatible with. Men, we want the same thing. We want that best friend in a relationship, someone we can confide in, someone we can go to speak with and not have to look for anybody else to speak with about something going on maybe in our daily lives, or when it comes to, when I owning my own business, Magda and I, we have a lot of conversations about, hey, what did you do here? What do you think here? Social media and getting ideas and bouncing ideas off of each other. So, is the girl that I'm going out with or that I'm dating, can we hold those conversations? Is she going to be able to see my point of view?
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Now, respectfully. And I accept feedback. I'm not one of those that, you know what, man, that drink that I had, I don't know if it may hit. Okay, I'm not one of those who's going to come at you, why? And well, what did I do?
And get
And,
offended.
you have to accept feedback in order to be a good, I guess, professional or professional in what you're doing. Same thing as being an attorney. You have to accept the good of the bad, and or the bad of the good. And so, you may have a client that loved what you did, and then the next client you had, it could be a similar case, and they hate what you
They
did.
hate what
So,
you did. Yeah.
it's the same
Perspective.
thing.
Right.
When it comes to women, I like to hold conversations with her. I like to wind down with her. And what I mean by that is maybe getting together at my house and making dinner and having a glass of wine and watching a movie. We don't necessarily have to go out. But can we
So
hold
that's
the
a date
conversation
night for
going?
Eli.
Netflix
Yeah.
and chill. Because you never know where the movie can lead. I'm just joking. But,
Oh my God. So
but-
overall, it would be like a balance of everything, right?
Yeah. It's a
Like
balance. Everything is a
physical,
balance. Just-
Mind, perspective,
Yes.
mental growth. Like it's just a
What
little
about
bit
crazy?
of everything.
as in life, you want to
What
have
about
balance.
crazy?
What about crazy?
Well, I mean,
He's good at attracting crazy.
in life, you want to have
Good
balance.
at attracting crazy.
No, in life, you want to have balance. Same thing in a relationship. You want to have balance. And then owning your own business, you are working
All the time.
All the time. I've dated women where I've told them, I own a business. I'm there
I gotta
almost
work.
24/7 at work. And then at first they're okay with it, but then after a few weeks, they have an issue with it. And all of a sudden, the communication stops.
Or
And-
they're like, why are you on your phone? I'm working.
Yes.
Like, I'm on my phone 24/7.
Yes, exactly.
24/7.
Yeah. When you're dating an entrepreneur, that's a sacrifice you make. They're working
You
all
have
the
to.
time. Like they're working
have to.
all
Yeah.
the time.
It's not an 8 to 5 job.
It's
Like,
not
it's
an 8 to
not.
5 job. But that's like if you want an ambitious, hardworking, financially successful person, like that's the sacrifice that you have to accept and be okay with it, because you can't say I'm okay with it and then change your mind, and because that's not fair to them. You know what I mean? So
I think that's why it's important to find someone that's compatible to you in a way where they understand like the hustle, where they understand
Yes.
like owning a business is hard, or even just like having a job, as a woman,
Yes.
staying busy at the same
Yes.
time, you know what I mean? Because there's women that I don't know, maybe they have a lot of time in their hands, and that's why they're always like texting you or like,
Yep.
what is he doing? Their mind goes everywhere.
do you like that, the texting? Because I hate that. Like, don't text me.
I don't like
what
that.
did you eat? What are you doing? Like,
Yes.
Don't call me.
Freaking.
For sure, don't call me.
Don't bug
Yeah.
me for stupid questions. Because I don't have that kind of time.
Yes, stupid questions. Yeah, we don't like.
you're a texter,
So,
whatever.
But I do
feel like
text. I do text.
feel like
so.
you do entertain that sort of banter more than say Sarah.
Oh, I have
would.
no banter. My friends know me. They ask me a question and they send me a whole paragraph, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
Yes. No.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool. See you there.
On my
You know
way.
what I mean?
On my way.
No emoji, no nothing.
OMW. On my
freaking
way.
emoji.
Just 3 words from Sarah.
Yeah, but like we already know that about you, and we know that it's not like you're
I
not
love
in a
you.
mood.
Right, I
You're
love
just
you.
like you're busy. Like you're super busy. I don't know. It's different for everybody. You just have to know who you're with.
Yes.
So okay, I have a question that
Okay.
I've been wondering. If you meet the most beautiful, drop-dead, gorgeous woman in the world, but she cannot hold a conversation, would you date her? And reverse or contrast that with, what if you just hit it off with this person and y'all are so compatible, but you're not physically attracted to her? Would you date her?
Has it happened to you
Well,
before?
yes,
Or
it
would you just sleep with her and then not date her?
Well, when it comes to sleeping with her, I mean, my mindset has changed a little bit since I was maybe in my 20s, where the one thing I was looking for was, okay, how many days is it going to take me to get her in the bag?
Yeah.
I mean,
glad
I want
that
you
you
guys to
admit that.
listen
But
to listen
it's-
to that, girls, because
it's-
that's the mindset
That's
of
the
a
mindset of a
younger,
lot of young men.
of a lot of young men.
Yes.
This
How
is
many
why you have
days
to
is it gonna
wait.
take us?
3
Yes.
months.
so, you
Minimum.
know, I mean, I know us guys, when
6 would be better.
you have the 3-day rule, when you get her number, okay, you got to wait 3 days, you know, so.
Is-
Oh,
are they
what
still
is the
doing
rule?
that?
Tell us about that
That
rule.
is the rule.
Is that, are they still
What's the
doing that? I
rule?
thought that was like old school from like my
Well,
generation.
I am old school, so.
If someone waited
sometimes-
3 days to text me, I would be like, no, sorry.
He's
you're
not
doing
interested.
it. Yeah,
He's
no,
not that
I know.
into
And
you,
then if
girl.
he texts me, he'd be like, too late, sorry, moved
Yeah.
on. You know what I
Moving
mean?
on.
Yeah, no, but going back to your question, I mean,
Yeah, I want you to answer my questions.
if she is drop dead gorgeous and I cannot hold a conversation with her, I can't see myself with her. I can't.
You
And
won't,
not in- and
you
not
won't
in bed
force
either?
it to work.
I won't force it.
Not in bed either.
Oh, he will.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
in bed. I mean, you know, but
You will.
again, going back to drop dead gorgeous in my 20s, and if I can't hold a conversation with her, okay, now I just want to get her in bed and then
Yeah.
deuces,
That's it.
see ya.
Yeah.
I probably would have done that.
Yeah.
30s, I may have tried
Yes.
both, but yes, you know, trying to get her. You know, I'm gonna say lately. I mean, I'm 45. I don't want to throw that out there, but okay, I guess I will.
And single, right? You're still you're
Yes,
single. Okay.
at this point in my life, I want to find somebody, yes, to date, yes, to, you know, be friends with, have that best friend, you know, attraction to each other, have a lot of things in common, communicate. But I will not look to get her in bed first, because if I am attracted to her, I will try and get to meet her first, get to know her. And then if it gets to that point, that means that, okay, now we have a love attraction. It got to that point. But now I don't look to, okay, she's hot. Wow. Let me try and get her in bed in the next 3 days. You know, I've gone on dates with girls,
It's true because I've seen him.
you know, 3-4 times on a date, and they've stayed at my house.
It's funny
And
how you
I
say the
have
word
not-
hot, because that's one thing about females that you hear a lot, like, oh, she's really hot, and then, you know, guys get attracted to her, and instead of like, she's really pretty.
Well, us men, we I guess classify a girl or a woman as hot, cute, sexy, you know, pretty, and there's like just different
Categories.
categories.
I was always the pretty one.
But notice he talked about going to bed.
like I
that's
would
the word
never hear
hot.
from someone like, "Oh, you're so hot." Like
It's
I
like,
was always
oh,
like,
you're so pretty.
Yeah, I was always the pretty one. Like it was never like,
You are pretty.
You're
You
hot.
are
You
girl."
are.
You know what?
Thank
You're
you.
hot. You're hot.
You are, yeah.
Yeah,
I
you're
know,
hot.
probably
I
because
am now. No, but back in the day, like in my it was my hot friend, you know, or my hot friends, and it was like, oh, you're so pretty, like, oh,
Yeah.
you're pretty, you know, like baby face, and
It's because you're tiny.
it's
Yeah,
because you're
maybe,
petite,
maybe 'cause I was
because
tiny.
it took you a while to grow into like
Yeah,
your
yeah,
womanly
yeah.
body or whatever. So
Maybe.
maybe they're just like, oh, you're so
Yeah.
pretty.
yeah, I was always the pretty one, like never like hot.
So I think hot is definitely more refers to like your body.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful is like face and body, I think.
Yeah.
Or no, I don't know. I'm not a
How do you
perspective.
categorize
Well,
that?
let's think about celebrities. Okay, let's think about a celebrity. Salma Hayek. I think
Hot.
she's hot.
Hot. Yeah.
But you
know.
wouldn't say
But
she's
she's
pretty.
Hispanic. Like,
But she's pretty too.
curved.
But hot.
But that's the first description you would use. Hot.
Hot.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
okay, give us somebody pretty in a celebrity.
Pretty. Kate Hudson.
Who's that?
Cute, pretty. She comes on How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yes, there
Oh,
you
you'd be
go.
like, oh,
pretty,
that's
pretty.
Pretty.
Yeah.
You know, she's cute. She's pretty.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Cameron Diaz. I think she's sexy.
Really? What?
No.
Why?
I'm like, no.
There's just something about her. I don't
The
know.
way she
It's maybe
carries-
her
the way
eyes,
she
yeah.
carries
So,
herself.
So,
Her
okay.
energy?
Her energy.
Yes,
Yes.
she's very
I want to
sexy.
make a comment. It has a lot to do with your energy. Like that it's what you put out. Salma Hayek, she's hot. You know,
She's
it's her
hot.
feminine energy. It's the way she dresses, the way
Yes.
she acts,
But you
the
know
way
what
she
gets me
carries
with
herself.
her is, I've always had a real attraction for Mexican women,
Yeah.
and just to hearing her speak Spanish.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look, he's already like,
yeah.
So if I meet someone and she starts speaking to me in Spanish, I'm just looking at her with those googly eyes, those eyes of admiration.
What
like,
if she
oh,
doesn't speak
wow.
English?
It's okay. It's
Okay,
okay.
we'll make it work.
Because there's one thing that I can understand Spanish really well, you know, because again, I moved here from Washington State when I was 13. So over there, there's really, you know, English is
Yeah,
you know,
it's
standard.
mostly English, yeah.
Moved here when I was 13, and we have a lot of family from Mexico, Monterrey, Ciudad Victoria, and we'd always go over there. They'd come over here, and my cousins, they really didn't know a whole lot in English, so they would always tell me, speak to me in Spanish, I'll correct you, and I'll speak to you in English, and you correct me. So
Oh, nice.
I got to learn Spanish really well, but I can't speak it. But I want, every time I do speak Spanish, I want to make sure I say it correctly. So
You're
I kind of
overthinking
hesitate.
it. You're
Yes, I
overthinking
overthink
it.
You might be right. In the last like 15, 20 years that we've been friends, have I ever heard you speak
You
Spanish?
need to make him speak
No.
Spanish.
Okay, so there was one time where I did a segment for Vintage for Channel 5.
Oh my God, you did, and you
And
were
I
having a hard
panicked
time.
and they wanted me to do it in Spanish. So I called Danya. Danya,
Aw,
I need your help.
Danya.
What do I do? I text her in English. This is what I want to say. Okay.
She translated
She
it
translated
for
for me. So she's, don't worry, you'll be okay. You'll be good. I'm like, oh man.
And
Danya.
you did good.
And I
Yeah,
actually
you
did
just have
all
to
right.
practice before
You
and like know what you're gonna say, and then
Leah took Spanish classes when she first started. Remember, Leah?
Yeah, I did.
Really?
You took Spanish
She
classes?
took Spanish
took
classes.
Spanish.
Out of, right out of when you first started
Yeah.
practicing.
She knew
Well, I mean, I
Spanish.
took Spanish growing up, right? My nanny growing up only spoke Spanish, but like I want to be able to speak to my clients in
Yes.
like a formal, legal Spanish way. So like, yeah, I'm take classes if you're not confident. That's
Yeah.
something that you should do.
Watch
too.
telenovelas too.
That's right.
That can help you.
Find a band that you
respond to
love.
Find
No.
a band. Yeah.
Find a band that you love, and then you listen to it over and over. Find a show that you love
Yeah.
and Spanish. You know what I mean? Like, really enjoy it. Why
What-
did we get into
I
Spanish?
sent-
Oh, because I told
He said he likes Spanish-speaking women.
Well, yes,
that's right, that's right.
why.
Okay.
So another thing, I mean, that some men look for, maybe some men really loves, Mexican women, the Spanish speaking. Us, we have different things that we look for that we like. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe I can speak for the majority, maybe, but not all.
Right.
So maybe some men don't like Mexican women. you know.
Okay, so I have another question. When it comes to physical appearance, how do you guys feel about the whole plastic surgery going on, like with women right now?
a good Okay. one.
Like,
That's
do
a
you
good
guys
one.
really care? Not care at all?
Me,
What do you think?
it depends on how much. Because sometimes it can be too much. Like the Kardashians, I don't find them attractive at all.
Yeah.
At all. I just think it's too much. But there's some that it does look good on women, and it depends on what it is. But me, speaking from my perspective, sometimes it can be too much, and I won't be attracted to that. I may not ask her out on a date, or maybe a second date if I was being, set up on a blind date, or something. But
Botox. Do you do Botox?
no, never have.
Would you?
No.
Because I can't get my husband to do Botox.
My
I was
husband's
like,
like,
no.
no.
Trying to get him to do Botox, and he refuses.
I got this liquid to prevent, white hair. And I've been trying to put it on his beard, and he's like, "No, like I'm gonna age gracefully."
Yeah,
Oh, no,
men
I
have
love
that
my
luxury.
Let my
white
skin,
hair.
Of
like
aging
let my skin,
gracefully.
let my skin like that, my wrinkles. I'm okay. Like no, my
Yeah,
beard. Like,
My husband's
I'm
the
like,
same way.
okay.
He's like, no, I like my wrinkles.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Because they
aging.
have that luxury.
I like my gray. I
They
don't,
don't expire. After,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They don't
It's like,
expire.
how
They become
lucky.
silver fox.
Like,
Falling
No.
apart everywhere.
and we're just like dying to look young forever.
I've asked Magda many times, should I dye my hair?
No, because salt and pepper looks good on you.
Looks good.
But I will say, when I told Eli I'm gonna do my double chin, he was like, no,
Yeah.
you don't need to be doing that. I mean, he gave me a whole lecture, but I'm still gonna do it, right?
Yeah, you do it for
She's
you.
still gonna do
Yeah,
it.
I'm gonna go with you.
But
We're
I'm
gonna
gonna
go
go
together.
with you. We're gonna go together, and this is gonna be gone. But yeah, he was 100% against it.
My husband too. Like I've been like, I think I want to, this little pouch right here. Like I want to maybe move it to the booty. He's like, no, dude. Like try it naturally. Wait, and then if it doesn't work out, then maybe, But he's
Naturally
super
so
against it. Like he doesn't.
hard.
Yeah.
Naturally
after
so
kids.
hard. Yes.
I just
It is hard.
It is hard.
Okay, so I was watching the. This has nothing to do with the topic, but I was watching all the episodes. I was like, man, like my cheeks look a little, I look a little bigger than usual. So since then and now, I mean, I've lost significant weight.
I lost weight.
Yes, like significant.
I
was
see it
like
in your face.
Yes, like significant.
Really?
Yeah. I was like at 127, went down to 123. since we last saw each other, you know?
Congratulations.
So it's taken me a while. Like
it's hard.
It's
It's
harder.
hard. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
so
yeah.
much harder. So I can see why women just want to, you know, top it off. And
yeah, take the
take
easy.
the little
Men can lose
easy
weight
route.
faster.
Yeah.
Their metabolism is very different.
This
Men
is
lose
not going to
weight.
go away. This needs to be taken away.
But I mean, overall, right? It's not something that you guys are like looking for, right? Like, what do you?
No.
Would you go more for natural or done? What do you think?
Natural or a little bit of both.
Or a little bit of both?
Yes. But
I feel like
nothing too
as
much.
long as it's tasteful, it's not like
Yes.
you know, like in your face, like
Overdone.
we're especially like literally in the face.
face,
You know what
yeah.
I mean? Like where it's like the huge. I love Lauren Sanchez. She's an amazing Latina, great philanthropic woman. She's married to Jeff Bezos, but she's like, why is she doing so much to her face? She's beautiful.
She's beautiful.
Already. She's beautiful.
I haven't seen
already.
her lately to say
I don't know
that.
who that is.
I saw a picture on TMZ, and yeah, her lips just look overdone.
She's naturally beautiful, and I don't think that she needs to be, you know, doing so much to her face. But if it makes her happy, that's her right also. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I can sit here and say that's not my preference, but what if that's Jeff Bezos' preference? Or what if that's her preference? You know what I mean? I think I'll go back to what I said on our last episode is like, I think you should do what makes you happy. And whether your man likes it or not, sorry. I mean, like, when I got my nose done, I didn't ask Omar for permission. I was just like, I'm gonna do it because it's what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he was like, okay, if it's gonna make you happy, then I'm all for it. And you know what I mean? So I feel like that's how men should be.
At some point, yes.
Yeah.
We will be supportive.
Yeah.
I had an
know.
ex-boyfriend that said when I was gonna get my breast augmentation, he's like, "You get it, and it's gonna be over between us." And I said,
No
"Yeah."
way.
That's because he was
Yes.
insecure.
I wouldn't say that though. I
No,
wouldn't do
I
that.
would never.
Oh,
do
I'd
that.
be supportive
That's
because
ridiculous.
So at the end of the day, I'm like, okay, well,
I
this
guess
is
we're not gonna be
this is
together.
the end of
These will
our-
not be for you then.
And guess what? I broke it off. The day that I got my breast augmentation, he flew down to take care of me.
Aw, it was all talk.
It was all time.
But no. I still kept the breakup. We didn't get back together.
Okay.
Can't.
Good job.
Okay.
She did.
Okay.
I'm like, she did.
Okay.
Inside detail.
I still kept. I did not go back
No,
with
but
him.
you know, going back to Leah's point that you have to be there for her. You know, if that's what she wants to do, especially if you've been dating for some time already.
Right.
You can't just let a little thing like that because if you need her support and whatever it may be, you want her to support you as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying when dating, it's that compatibility. It's that two-way street. It's not a one-way street. It's not your way or my way. It's can we walk the same way together?
Right.
That's at this point. That's what again, being at my age, what I'm looking for.
So, ladies, now you know what he's looking for.
And he's single.
I am single. thank you.
Single, 45. How many kids?
That I know of. No, I'm joking.
Hey, they need to
I'm
know
joking.
that. They
I'm
need to know
joking.
that
I
going
have three
into
boys. I have three boys. I'm just
three
joking.
boys. Okay.
I'm joking.
I want
He's
to.
a great father.
Oh,
Yeah, I
I've
than
seen you
to.
with your boys. He is a great father. Father,
That's a
I will
great
attest to that.
compliment.
Yeah.
That's a
No,
great
thank you.
compliment
Yeah.
on a man.
So-
I try
That
to do
he's a
everything
great
for them.
father.
I want to end this on a positive note. I want you to share like what you think is the number one piece of advice that you want to give to young women in their teens and 20s.
At this right now where we are with social media, because I do have a lot of nieces and nephews, I always tell this generation just to respect who you are, respect your body, respect the boundaries if you start dating, because it's easy for a guy or a young male to ask for a picture, and we all know what we mean.
I like
Right.
that you're talking
And
about this.
so it's easy for the girl to think, oh, he loves me, he
And
told
you
me
never
he
know
loved
who's
me.
behind the
Don't put your
screen.
face
You
on the
know.
picture.
Yes, we've talked about this.
Never put your
But no,
face.
just don't take the picture. But you send it, and then the day they break up, that picture goes viral.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
everyone sees it. And so one piece of advice is I would just say respect yourself, respect your boundaries, respect your body, and
Don't
who
take the
you are
picture.
as a person. Don't do it. And just be patient. Don't rush to looking for that perfect person. You're still
Right.
young.
That's great
And
advice.
so it will come within time. My mom used to always tell me something when it's the right time, doors will open on their own without having to force them.
Right.
And it took me some time to understand that. And losing my mom 4 years ago, now I see that. I see, okay, when doors open, she was right. So just a little piece of my mother's advice that she gave me that I would maybe pass on to the young generation, just be patient. Be patient, you're young, live your life. And I would always tell my students, see the world through your eyes. Don't let anybody else try and live your life. See the world through your eyes. Be patient. Things will come your way when it's supposed to happen. But for young ladies, young women, more so just respect your body, respect your boundaries, know your limits, and don't be so vulnerable to to
Don't show
anything
your
that-
face.
Don't show your
Don't
face.
send the picture.
Just don't send it,
Just
period.
don't
Face.
send
If
it.
you're
But
gonna send it, don't show your
that's
face.
maybe what I would advise younger women in today's generation.
I love it.
I love that advice.
Great
Cheers
tip.
to that. Cheers to that.
Cheers.
Everybody,
Don't send the
Cheers.
picture.
don't send the
don't-
picture. Don't send the picture.
Or remove your face if you're
Or
gonna.
crop your face
Or
out.
if you are, no face.
no face.
No face.
Make sure that you all stop by Vintage Hot and Cold Brew in Weslaco. Eli is the owner and founder. Thank you so much for being here with us today.
Thank
If y'all
you.
have any questions for Eli, leave them in the comments. Maybe we'll bring him back on. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next episode.
Wait, before we close, Joanna Galindo. They're
Joanna?
For sale.
Yes.
They're for
And look at
sale.
these cute stickers,
and
too.
Look at these bags. They're
yes.
amazing.
And a magnet.
We have stickers, magnets.
So would you guys buy the bag? We've been talking about the bags. We're gonna do a little giveaway. And we're gonna talk about the giveaway in the next episode, I guess.
Yes.
Yes. All right, we'll see y'all on the next one.